So, what's up, guys? And if you think your screen is frozen, that's right, this is pre recorded. So, Seiishizo here. I'm gonna do a post recording commentating of my Siege. We played against Ares and Fortune, so it's a pretty interesting one. It's one of the higher guilds up there with Ares. Fortune is top 20 as well, I think. So, just gonna go over them and I'm gonna do like post commentary. I didn't have enough time to actually like record it and play it and then like my reaction on that and whatnot. So if you prefer this way, leave it in the comments. If you prefer the other way where I just play and you see me tilt, leave that in the comments as well. So let's get into some of the matches. Well, all 10 of them, I guess. Let's see if I can get that 10-10. So standard tower, Kamoon, Orion, Savannah. So gotta hit a couple of those, you always have to, right? And standard team I use standard team I use is Twins plus Triana. Main reason is it has Will and Shield, and the moment you have Will and Shield and Triana is pretty tanky, it's pretty much gonna go right. Also, you can stun like in the second turn, even if Triana would die, which is not that likely. It's very possible that you still win. So Twins is pretty much a safe team against like the KOS as we call them, Kamoon, Orion, Savannah. Like you kill Savannah and then the damage threat is not really there. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. It's pretty easy, safe team. I think it's also a team like some teams are like hard counter teams, and some teams are like pure counter, or like no. You have like hard counter teams, and you have like rune quality counter teams. So this one is a bit of both, to be honest. So this is like quite high on the rune quality, but also like a hard counter or decent-ish hard counter. I wouldn't say it's like one of the best counters. So then again, one more of the KOS. KOS is also pretty hard counted by Sierra, Savannah, and Gianna. Reason for that, most of the enemies are on Will. Gianna will strip that, my Savannah will move, and it's just GG. Not all Orions are Will, which could be an issue. This also could be an issue if his Savannah outspeeds mine, but well, he just took the double proc. That's well, still like it didn't do that much. Like Gianna's pretty tanky, and double resist. Well, doesn't matter too much. Getting a proc. Like the thing is with this team, the moment Savannah dies, it's pretty easy to kill. Like in general. So just like one by one, eliminate threats, and then Kamoon is left, and he can't solo this. Like he can't solo bombers, not in a million years. And it's a win. Again, is this like a hard counter or is this a rune quality counter? I would count a bit of both. A bit of both. If your Savannah would always outspeed the enemy, then I would say a hard counter. So this is an interesting team, but you can Lucian it. And if you can Lucian it, it's always fun, right? You have to be careful with them either being too tanky or Iris being too fast. But hey, if you solve that problem, like you do with this, boost up, and 15.9Ks to 16Ks, shit dies. Shit fucking dies. That's how it works. You can proc all you want. Shit dies. That's what I like. So then another team with a Beast Rider. I did forget one thing, however. I went for my team that's just Shield Will, as you can see here. So checking that it's the good Galleon. I made a mistake last time. So issue is, which I forgot here, is that this actually strips. If they would have stripped and actually into a proc, then it might have been like kind of problematic, especially if it was on Alicia. But in this case, didn't happen. Then you counter it like any Orion is pretty much countered by Shield Will. It's like the oldest trick in the book, still is. And then easy win. Another really typical team, GCM, aka Galleon, Clara, and Miho, which is often countered by a Susanna, Orion, plus something. Thing is, your Orion does have to be faster, but most of them are not on will, which is kind of problematic for them. And this Galleon was pretty weak, so that's that. This Clara was armor broken, so pretty dead. And then you just S2, you get a proc that was not necessary, you get another proc that was also unnecessary. And then Miho just slaps. Oh, Mina. I keep confusing Miho, Mina. I don't know. Like, if they would switch the two elements, I would probably say it right. I don't know why. But Mina just slaps the shit out. Another pretty typical team. So like I said, a pretty another like typical team. You see this quite a lot. I didn't go in with Will this time, which could have been an issue if that unit procced 2 or 3 times more. Well, just 1 time more actually would have been an issue. But this is not a hard counter like at all. This is just a Bruiser matchup. I should have brought more Will runes, I guess. I didn't really strip like a strip armor break on. Like if any of the other units were like armor broken, they wouldn't have died. Fran was the only unit that would have died with like double fire procs of that unit. So therefore it was a little bit risky, but still pretty doable. And then it's just a Bruiser matchup, which my units have like by far better odds. A, because it's not controlled by AI, and B, Vigor is just insanely strong. It's really difficult to kill anything on this team, unless it's like armor broken, multiple procs. Okay, of course, then you get there, but besides that, it's a pretty strong team. Killing the one, boosting up. I pressed auto. I was so lazy. I was in a hurry. Just pressed auto here. Proc Soul Devourer. Decrease attack bar. Unrecoverable. Resisted. Dead. And there we go. Number 6. So again, KOT. KOT, like anything that's Orion can be countered by Shield Will. So I do miss one Will on this one, but I was like, yeah, let's try this. So issue could be if Dovu would have been armor broken right away. That could have been like a big issue. But besides that, I guess this is pretty safe. Like I lagged a bit and I hesitated a bit. Like, what do you want to do? Because normally, like Ileana, you want something to move before Ileana. Otherwise, Ileana S2 doesn't really do anything. But yeah, besides that, Ileana is my shield will, so that's why I kind of picked her, and it has attack lead, so. And then just for the Bruiser fight, it's pretty okay. Could have used that on Orion to push back his attack bar, but in either case, shark attack. That's what, like, I love this skin. It's like Barracuda. No, it's a shark. Doesn't sound as cool as Barracuda. I don't know. What's a Barracuda one? I don't know how I got there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this team is pretty safe. Like, if you don't get like armor broken and like heavily procced on, I don't see this team like failing. In general, bombers in Siege are pretty good. Like especially with, like Blution and that kind of stuff. And Dover is of course like pretty nice with shark attack. Okay, alright, okay, alright, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's do absolutely, let's go, let's go. Okay, wait. This is why it's pre-record. We can hit the do that again button. Okay, let me count because that was fun. What the fuck happened there? Okay, we kill this one, sure. We do some Sharknado shit. We give that skill. Okay, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. That was just a 3. Okay, there's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 6. So I went 3 into 6, so he took 9 turns in 2 turns. Okay, Orion. Okay, Orion. You still lose. Get the fuck out of my playfield. You still lose. I don't give a shit about your bullshit. You still lose. But yeah, that was triple harmless prank in 2 turns. It was pretty, let's say I was happy that 1 unit died already and that I had like immunity plus shield up. Let's call it that way. Otherwise I would have been dead. And bomb resisted. This Triana does not want to die. Triana is like the god of death. I say not today. Yeah, like an RTA, someone like at this point, someone would just give up. AI doesn't give up. AI keeps going. AI doesn't give a shit. Is he gonna proc into his death? Yes. Proc into bomb is always the best. That's what we like to see. And another KOT. And KOT can be countered by a GCM. Why? Because of rune quality, you stun it, and then you can mostly like insta-kill something. Oh wait, I gotta check something, wait. Do we double crit on this Triana? Do we double crit on this Triana? I miss a critter. Oh, that's BS. Like that's BS. My Miho has really high crit rate. Like legit super high crit rate. So I was wondering like why didn't that thing die? But it was the non-crit. But still then, like his team is pretty damaged from just getting like a few hits and then Miho procs and Miho is like I'm destroying the shit up in this building. And it's a GG. And it's a GG. Of course Orion can resist the stun of Clara, but either way I think this team is pretty doable. In this way. Also, this team of mine is pretty well rune, so I have some faith in this. Like, if things go south, I can win on rune quality. Okay, so this is a new team I wanted to try out. It's pretty. I thought it was pretty decent. Like, of course, Leo counters Savannah. Sean resistance lead counters Savannah as well because Savannahs are mostly not that high Aki because she's difficult to rune. Most Orions, actually, from what I've seen, are also not that high Aki. So you got like high resistance on all of your units. And therefore it's pretty doable to do. You do lack some healing, which can be a problem at some point. Especially if they start proccing and Sean doesn't out heal it that easily. There's probably better solutions to the Skogul, but in general, like Sean plus Leo plus something is pretty nice against this. But you do need like quite some tanky stats on the Sean. But you can also make Sean like 0 speed. If you just use Sean for this situation, you can go HP, and you can go 0 speed, and that's pretty nice way to go. and then it's just a slow Bruiser, and at some point like rocks hit, and then he goes rock bottom, and then you win. Only thing you have to watch out with like Sean and Leo is not that much damage, and if Sean and Leo is left over by just the two of them, there is a chance that Kamun will solo both. So there's that chance. So for the last fight, another KOT. This guild loves KOTs. They're fighting a lot of KOTs. So it's my standard copper team, except that my copper is Will. I tried this against my own team a few times and it worked out, so I was like, might as well try if it also works against the enemy. So that mostly happens with Orion. Of course, it can happen that it doesn't, and then he actually strips something and there's something stunned, but most of the time, that's what Orion does. The only thing that was strange to me is the shield went on Kamun rather than the shield going on Orion, which I did not expect. Like normally the Kamun has more HP than the Orion, and therefore the shield of Kamun goes on Orion. I didn't have that in this case, so I had to force myself to hit Orion first, because I know if I use S3 of Bulldozer at that point, Kamun wouldn't have died. Like, pretty sure. Maybe his shield is weak and his HP was low. Maybe he actually would have died, but that scared me. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait for like another moment. And this was that moment. And double 14k is pretty low, but like defense buff and defense break equals to nothing, so then you don't get that much damage. But in the end, it did work. Is it risky? Yes, it's mediocre risky, because you can get stripped and stunned or stripped and armor broken, and then this whole team goes to shit. But you do need like shield wall and like the whole thing. And then it's GG. And you don't even have to outspeed, by the way. Like, not at all. So that's GG, and that's a 10-10. Not really sure if you can see it. Probably my face is in front of it. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you liked it more like this, like laid back, like commentary, or if you prefer to see me actually play and do it at that moment. Like, it's a bit more interactive with like my emotions and like reaction on the game, I guess, because now I know I already won. Like, there's no doubt in like, oh, is he gonna win or not? For me, it's like, I played the matches, I remember, I won. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far into the video, like, subscribe, and well, I already said comment, so that you don't have to do that because you already did that, right? Right? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see ya.